Posek of Be'er Yeshiva, Rabbi Nelkelbuam. Thank you.
Mr. Erick, Salgado, and support his campaign to win the mayorship of New York City. We're excited about Mr. Salgado's candidacy due to the fact that he is dedicated and committed to safeguard our freedom, to observe our religious practices and Torah values. In recent times, as you probably know, there were attempts to assault, to outlaw certain mitzvahs of the Torah. There were attempts, I heard, to forbid them to use Mayim Shalom for the Nazis. Seats of the Peh by Mila, circumcision, and even circumcision itself. There were attempts in various states to outlaw it. That's what's up. But I would like to focus tonight on one of the primary issues. And that issue is not a pleasant one to speak about. But it's important that it be addressed and dealt with. We read this past week on Shabbos, the two parashas Achrei Mois Kedoshim. Interestingly, they both speak about the Yisr of Mishkan Zohar. In Achrei Mois, at the end, it says the Lav, the Yisr, and the Oynish of Chorus. If one does it willingly, intently, without witnesses and warning. And in the next parasha, Kedoshim, brings the punishment. If there was Eidim Lesro, if there was witnesses and there was warning, punishable by Mrs. Beistin, right, the death penalty. And this transgression is not limited only to Jews. You know, all the other people on the planet, whether they know it or not, or they want to recognize it or not, they're commanded to keep the 7 Noachite mitzvahs, 7 Noachite commandments. Including one of them is also the Yisr of Mishkan Zohar, gay relations by men. And the Rambam brings it down in Hilchos Malachim, and it's also punishable by Misa, as all the 7 commandments are. So we're dealing with a very serious transgression. But some sitting here may think to themselves, what does this have to do with me? I'm fine. I have no interest in these things. I have no desires to engage in these practices. And my children, Baruch Hashem, are not involved in this. Shalom Alay Nashi, what do I have to get involved? So this type of thinking is a mistake for a number of reasons. The Gemara says in Shabbos that in Dalim days that Kol Mishiyesh V'Yodeh Hunchos Ve'Nem Moicheh Nitfas B'Oisei Yovim. If someone has at least power to protest and prevent someone from doing a transgression and he doesn't, he's also punished for that transgression because he's allowing it to happen, and that way he's aiding it. So we have the ability to put someone into office who will hopefully be able to stem the tide and maybe even reverse it. That goes into the category of Kol Mishiyesh B'Yodeh Limchos. He has a way to protest and prevent it, and therefore incumbent upon him to do what he can to see to it that it happens. We also know the Parsha Nitzonim. The Pasuk says that Hashem's Baruch, the Almighty, tells the Yidden that you lived in Mitzrayim, in Egypt, and you passed through many nations. And the Pasuk is warning them against idolatry. And it says, "Re'isam Yisur Shekutzeihem Giluleh And the Torah warns you shouldn't go after them, you shouldn't be lured by them, and otherwise there'll be a great punishment. And it says even she could say him if you lay him. Rashi explains she could say him because they're gruesome, they're disgusting. No, because they weren't beautiful statues or anything like that. They were gruesome, like shkotzim, and they were misrokim, and lay him, Rashi says, means misrokim, and rosim, like golo from an animal. And yet the Torah finds it necessary to warn us not to be drawn after it, and not to engage in those practices. So the question arises, it's so disgusting, it's so repulsive, so of course nobody's going to respect it or worship it. What is the Torah saying? So once heard from the Kshiva from the Bracha, which my grandfather's in the Bracha, that's what also they say, because really a person is drawn after what he sees. You know, the advertisement industry in America, the whole world, they spend millions, probably billions of dollars in advertisement. What are they wasting money for? I know there's Pepsi, tell me to drink Pepsi. But if you walk and you see a post that says, drink Pepsi, drink Coca-Cola, eat spaghetti, you see somebody pouring spaghetti down his mouth. So it makes an impression on a person, no? That's the way they live, they're doing it, so it must be good. Let me try it also. So the fact that something itself may be repulsive doesn't mean that with due time, a person won't get conditioned to sanction it, maybe even try it, and even if he wouldn't try it, but maybe somebody who is weaker in his religion and his morals would be tempted to go up to Erick and to go indulge in those things. But it really doesn't stop there alone. I remember when I was growing up, basically in the 50s, I remember when I was going to Shiva, I went on the trains, and there's advertisements, on the subways, all sorts of big sign, then there's L&M cigarettes. I don't know if it exists anymore, the company. So in their advertisements, they used to have pictures from the past, from the 20th century, not 22nd, from 1900 into 1900s. And they showed there a picture of a man and a lady on the beach. And the lady was dressed with a full dress from neck to the toes and long sleeves. That was a bathing suit. And the man was wearing like a cutaway undershirt, and he had the trousers like Bermuda shorts till the knee. Those were the bathing suits of that era. We know where it's come to today. When I was growing up, there was no such thing as pornography. Without those against the law. You didn't find out any these things. We know where we're holding today. How do these things happen? The Gemara says in Shabbos, after favorite days, it says, Kaf Dagesh the Yitzhahara, the evil inclination, doesn't take a person right away to the depths of indecency and transgressions. He has to go step by step, slowly. Today he tells us, remember I say Kaf, today he says do this. Tomorrow he says do a little more, do this. Until he goes to the most humbling of areas, the greatest transgressions. So we see the trend here. It starts with this, and then they try to calculate into the schools and so forth. So it not necessarily is going to stop at this, because I already heard talk that they're talking about polygamy. They want to make legal, and polyandry. Anybody needs to have, they should have more than one husband, and worse than that, and Christianity. Who knows where it could end? So it really has to be stopped where it is, and hopefully turned back. So therefore we're back in Mr. Erick, Salgado, as we said before, because he's strongly committed to stop these perversions and these corruptions of the mind and these actions. It's attacking the sanctity of marriage demoralizes people, and it breaks the family, it breaks the person's self-esteem, and it leads to everything. I'm a nothing. I can do whatever I want. I can do other areas, other transgressions. Someone told me that in the media, some call my candidate a long shot. The truth of the matter is, for the Eibishter, for the Almighty, there's no long shot, there's no close shot. He can do whatever he wants. We know from past history that when our religion was attacked and they wanted to stop us from practicing our religion, if the Jews stood up and fought for their rights, the Almighty helped them and they succeeded. Not too long ago, there were two elections. There was one for a state senator. There was a Mr. Starobin that ran. He was a Russian immigrant leader. He was never in politics. He was an unknown. And he won the election. You know about Bob Clinton, he wasn't a politician, he was an unknown, and he was a Republican running in a Democrat district, I think, for, 100 years, he was Democrat, something like that. And they said he had no chance, and he won. Why? Because